Summer can be a bit bittersweet for me. The heat waves have been non-stop lately and I tend to feel more anxious during this time of year. The days are fast-paced and the heat stays relentless. But through it all, I've really been enjoying my routine of reading, making gelato, going to the pottery studio, and just taking each day slowly. So here are a few days of my little summer routine. This book has quite short chapters, if you can even call it chapters, just like this. I really like this page. Don't allow anyone to judge you. Oh, I also really like this. Nurture your taste and have your own taste. Okay, I was on a mission today to get to Daunt Books, even though it was 32 degrees Celsius outside. For some reason, I thought it was a good idea to wear jeans, but I think I feel the most me in this kind of outfit. Daunt Books is the most precious bookstore nestled in Marylebone. The books are sectioned into countries, which I think is so fun. It was quite busy with tourists today and very hot inside, so I didn't stay for long, but I imagine it'll be so perfect here during autumn. On a day like this, all I crave is iced tea, so me and my sister went to this new modern Chinese tea house. The interiors were so pretty and calming. They also sell so many beautiful ceramics. I was in awe. They had AC, which is such a luxury here, so it was a nice break from the humid heat outside. I got apricot tea. It was very flavorful. They have a separate seating section for laptops and studying or reading, which I love. I think a solo date here with a book would be so healing. Okay, I've been on a bit of a gelato kick this summer. Each week I have been making new flavors to try, and now it's become the part of my week I look forward to the most. I know the Ninja Creamy is supposed to make ice cream easy, but I've basically been following the professional way of making gelato because I just want it to be perfect, and I can conclude that using stabilizers and following a professional recipe makes a huge difference. I feel like I run a gelato shop now. I've been wanting to read books from Byung-Chul Han for a while, but I actually couldn't find any of his work at Daunt Books, so I went over to another bookstore, Waterstones, and I found this. These are the two that I'm most interested in. So this is The Agony of Eros. This one is about romance and love and modern day dating, and then this is The Scent of Time. I'm the most intrigued about this one. I think the concept of this book is really, really interesting about time and his thoughts on why time isn't fulfilling anymore in modern day society because of our hyperactivity. I'm really fascinated about this topic, so yeah. I've been reading a lot more this summer compared to spring and winter. I don't know what it is about summer that makes me want to read all day and just get lost in different books. I think everything just feels quite fast paced during the summer, and for me it can be quite anxiety inducing. Maybe that's why I gravitated towards a very slow and comforting, cozy book. This book follows a character called Youngju. She's left her corporate job and is now running her own bookshop. So then it introduces a bunch of different characters who, in their own way, they all have their own struggles and doubts. It's very heartwarming, kind of seeing all these very different characters come together and find solace in the bookshop. I really like this quote. So Youngju asks another character, when do you feel happy? And the book goes on to say that to him, a happy life was perhaps a life where he used his time well. It's just a very simple way to put it, but I think that's why it resonated with me a lot. I think you can say you're living a happy life when you feel like you are using your time well. Also, I've really been enjoying using these book tabs recently. These are from Canmido. They are the Coco Fusen mini book tabs. You can actually take these off and stick them on the inside of your book, so then you can take it anywhere with you and use the tabs as you'd like, but I've kept them on here for now. I just really love their colors, and I love how small they are, because most book tabs I've seen are quite chunky, and I think it's just not very nice to look at sometimes. This is what it looks like on this book. I chose blue for this book because it suits the cover, so I think I'm gonna choose these according to the colors of the book. It's actually not that hot today outside, so I think I'm gonna go to the park and do some reading. I'm probably gonna take 2 books, and yeah, I think after that I'm just gonna watch some Love Island. This season of Love Island UK specifically has been so good, and it's just really fun and chaotic. I've been craving another kind of cold and refreshing dessert, and I have been meaning to make this for a few months now. I think the weather now is perfect for this. It's actually so easy to make. I was a bit shocked. The contrast of the tart lime custard filling and the sweet vanilla cream on top just complement each other perfectly, and I just love a digestive biscuit base. And one of my intentions for this summer is to spend more time in nature and just spend more time outside while I can. Today's outfit, I just wanted something very simple. I mean, I always wear very simple outfits, but this is from Cuckoo Intimates, and then these are linen trousers from Gap, and my beloved basket bag from COS. I absolutely love this bag. And oh, I have begun reading The Agony of Eros. I'm on page 17 and this book only has 53 pages, so I think I'm going to finish this very quickly. Okay, first impressions, it's quite dense. Already there's lots of layers to this. He makes quite a few references and it's very fascinating, really interesting. I don't think I've ever read a book about love that's like this. Byung-Chul Han's views and the way he expresses his views through his writing, I think it's really opening my mind up to different perspectives and things I haven't thought about. He has a very interesting perspective. He doesn't think the deterioration of love and the woes of modern day dating stem from having so many options. He argues that it's not necessarily because there are too many options, more that we just aren't loving in the right way. We live in a very narcissistic society and we often look for someone who's a true mirror of us. Anything that's seen as like a challenge can be labelled as a red flag. And I'm saying this in a very generalised way, but this is the essence of what he's saying. There are obviously lots of grey areas with things. It makes me even more excited to read The Scent of Time. I think it's a good introduction because it is shorter. The Poppy Wall, I've been reading this I think for most of the year. I must have started it in February. I'm not one to rush through a book. I'm really enjoying this one and I would say 60% through. I'm over halfway now. It's getting really good. I mean, it's been good from the beginning, but it's a historical fantasy about a young girl named Rin who makes it out of her peasant village by getting accepted to the best military academy in the country. From there on, there's just a lot of drama, lots of new characters being introduced. But right now, the point of the book that I'm in, we're no longer in this academy setting because something very disastrous happened. I think if you love plot-driven books, then you'd really love this. It's hard to talk about this without giving any spoilers, but all I can say is that I am really loving the character development of Rin, the main character. She has a lot of grit. She doesn't give up. She's very likable. She's very human. It really is a page turner.